if you aren't familiar with the saying, Boomer Sooner, you will be soon enough. Today, two teams collide in an old-fashioned SEC showdown, as we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the Oklahoma Sooners. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Sooners will put total leather to crank us up. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. So Auburn's offense will go on the attack first. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, Dave.
It was not a good performance, and this offense has got to grow, it's got to get better, and they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won, and last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. When you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Auburn to the line in a hurry. Leaves it with the back. Jukes his way for more. Guys, let's chat a little big picture Auburn. Safe to say expectations have not been met. When you start a season in the top 5, you expect to contend for a playoff spot. Now they're sitting there unranked. What breaks into the open? open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
I don't think people understand how valuable it is. To hand the ball to your running back and get everyone settled to start the football game, especially when there's production like this. Man, your quarterback feels a little bit more comfortable. The defense feels a little bit uneasy. The offensive line gets settled in. Nice start.
Looking for the end zone. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Tiger.
And this offense shows you why they are really hard to stop. The long, explosive run. You think everybody's thinking run, pile in the box. The play-action pass. They can beat you with the run. They can beat you with the pass. This is a tough offense to stop.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Oklahoma's offense has the ball for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
An offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. Back to throw, it's Waddle. Finds a little space. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Sooners will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. This offense has it with really good field position. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game. Now on 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He's going to run it. He gets it inside the 20 and out of bounds at the 17. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Tigers come to the line trying to convert on 4th down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short
if you're going to go for it on fourth down, you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
This defense got a lot of people's attention last week when they had 3 sacks. You know the offense was watching film, and they saw all these pass rushers and their abilities. They thought they had a good plan, but it's not working right now. They've already given up a sack here early in the game.
And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. The Sooners come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Fires to the middle. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Off the play fake. Makes the catch. It's Weeks. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. They'll line up for a second down play. Back to throw. It's Waddle. Pocket breaking down. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
What a great play by one of their biggest playmakers in the D-line. I can say this personally. I got my first start in college at Jordan-Hare Stadium. It was brutal. I think about it and I get PTSD to this day. When you get those types of athletes in a three-point stance rushing the quarterback with that crowd noise and your offensive tackles can't hear the snap count, it's not a lot of fun.
Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Fires to the big fella. Smashes through the tackle. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. And the Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. The sure hands, it's Washington. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Dead center perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. Florida State is down, but they are not out of it. Not there inside Doak Campbell Stadium, one of the more special places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Stanford. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Quarterback may change this route. Second down, they'll go to the air. Going for it all. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up. But if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Sets up the screen. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Auburn lines up quickly. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of him.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Well, we know this offense obviously really struggled their last time out. They knew coming into this one they would have to be better at running the football, and that just has not happened in this game. They're simply not physical enough offensively at this point.
Lost to fire on second down. That's reeled in. It's Reeder. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. They'll try to power their way ahead. And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short.
Not able to pick up that first down, David, but if I'm them, I'm going again right here on fourth.
And I think you knew that on 3rd and 2, short yard situation. You got it close to 4th and inches. Now we're going to get this first down.
It is loud in here as they try to help him. Oh, he's got some space. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
And I don't know if field position really matters on that one, right? I know they're on the plus side of the territory, but 4th and inches, most offenses today are going to be going for it. They did. They execute the running play, and they keep the sticks moving.
They'll throw it from the red zone. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Back open in the middle. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
Defenses are put in such a tough spot when offenses get in 3rd and short because the whole playbook is open and they go with the pass. I love it. They sneak the pass in there. Nice 60.
And the ball's out and they're after it. He's got the ball and he'll try to pick up a few. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Nowhere close on that one. Trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Tripped up for the tackle.
What a 3rd down stop by this defense. 3rd down and goal, no problem. You know that guy. Every time he touches the football, you hold your breath because he's so dynamic at the quarterback spot. They were ready, and they forced the 4th and goal.
And this one splits the uprights. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. They'll start this drive down by a touchdown, trailing 10-3. He'll pull it on the read. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Nice job there by the QB in the zone read, because he's watching the D lineman, and he knows he has to keep the football, and then he right away takes it upfield to get some positive yards.
After a good pickup on the run, it's 2nd down. On the run, it tweaks. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Illegal blocking back.
Odd choice to take the penalty there. If you just take the loss, it also costs the offense down. Instead, they'll replay it. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Hand off from the shotgun. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Just what they were looking. To get this drive rolling, they're out to the 35.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Makes the catch. It's Eakin. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
Off the play fake on first down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down.
You know, it's hard enough just to catch passes in college. But to do it while also being cognizant of where you are in the field and making sure you get a foot down inbounds, that's really impressive.
Now the play fake. just a little off. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Avoids pressure. Looking for the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponents in field. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Another incompletion on third down.
That's a big missed opportunity by the defense there, guys. If he's able to make that interception, all of a sudden their offense is back on the field. But now, because he dropped it, it's still fourth down, and of course they're in field goal range.
He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. That'll bring him to within 4. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Huffman. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Under fire. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
He might want another play. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Sooner offense returns to the field. They've had a couple of productive drives, but they've had to settle for field goals in 2 of their 3 previous possessions, Jesse.
Yeah, this is an offense that takes a lot of pride in execution, and they feel like they should have scored a touchdown every single drive. So while it's been good, not great, David, just execute a little bit better, and they can put this one in the end zone this time.
Yeah, I think you point that out. We went all the way down the field on 2 of our first 3 drives and got field goals. Now, just a little better execution when that field starts to shrink, and it gets a little bit more difficult.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Fowler. Can't come in half-stepping to tackle this guy. Too much strength and power. He's up to the 25. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. Wants to throw. It's Waddle. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple. The Sooners decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. So here comes the Auburn offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Big play like that to open a drive just builds the confidence. Now first down from the 46. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them they'll get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Quickly complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Lost to throw on first down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. To the air on first down. Throws toward the end zone. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connor. Halftime update. Just about set to get this second half underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk point.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
On the ground, it's Weeks. There he goes! Smashes through the tackle. A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. Rides the back on the option, the give. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. And the Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Got his man. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And that one will give him the lead. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability, that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive thing.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. From the gun, the running back has it. Got enough for the first down. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Looking downfield on first down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Auburn to the line in a hurry.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
the 3-yard pickup. They come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll run it from the gun. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They're getting talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll try to get it through the air. Got it set up on the outside. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Just outside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. He makes a catch. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down? The Tigers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. They'll run play action. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. They've got the screen set up. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Quarterback has to have command in those situations. You cannot afford a penalty like that deep in your own territory. Oh, the attempt is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
Man, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. To the air. It's Waddle. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain. The Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Wants to throw on 3rd. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. The Sooners will line up to punt it away. What a great job on that kick, bouncing it out of bounds inside the 10. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. Finds just a bit of room. He'll pick up a couple to the 11. Auburn lines up quickly.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Zings it complete to the right. Tackle is made at the 22, but a nice 10-yard pickup there. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot, the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn that field, and you saw that right there.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Fires to the wideout. Intercepting. That total goes to 16. Taking it the other way. A big, explosive play by this offense. And if you want to control the fourth quarter, might as well go in with momentum like that. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll try to run it in. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Fires to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Good, right down the boulevard. And now it'll take a touchdown to at least tie them a 6-point lead here in the 4th.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So here comes the Auburn offense. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Got his man quickly. Turning it on. Oh, my. Circle, circle. Spinderella. Put him in the spin cycle and picked up the first down. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. This time on target. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Unloads it left. Complete downfield. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now. Get ready for another one.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down mark. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Give to the running back. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. The snap sets up the throw. Get it out on the screen. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
Looking for a push on fourth down. They'll stop him short. Just what they needed as they get the ball back for their offense.
Low man wins. Defense that time on fourth down was expecting run. You saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Looking to throw, it's Waddle. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Find space on the right. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. With the catch, it's Thomas. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The Sooners will punt this one away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Reads it, fires complete. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Looking to throw, it's Waddle. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Line getting set on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. He's looking downfield to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. Down Sooner. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the ACC. Florida State is just getting crushed today, and this is in front of a full house in Tallahassee. There are children there, folks. They should not be subjected to this. They're trailing by 27 to Stanford. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Lost one deep down the right side. Catch inside the 25. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Here comes the heat. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter. And you're just trying to take a shot and see if you can get on the board and get some of the...
He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Auburn! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And how about the offense? They spread them out. Everybody spread wide. Easier to read a defense when you do that. They find the matchup they want, and they get rewarded with the score.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. We'll see how aggressive this defense is with just a few minutes to play. Takes the handoff. It's Weeks. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Back to pass. It's Waddle. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. The Sooners send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They closed the gap on their last drive. Now an opportunity to take the lead if they can score here. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got the back over the middle. Breaks into the open. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Man, this is really good complimentary football so far. Like, you're down in the 4th quarter. Your defense has to get a stop. They get it, and I love the first play. We continue the momentum. Nice play on 1st down. Got to put this drive together. Got to get some points.
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Got some room, headed to the goal line. So close to that end zone, he could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
And how about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football, great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
That touchdown ties the game, so you're expecting them just to kick the extra point, take a 1-point lead. Seconds left now. You got to play great defense here to try to ice this game and get the win.
Just an extra point away from taking the lead late. And they did need that extra point to take the lead, and now they have it here in the 4th. And now we are set up for quite a finish. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. And they only need a field goal, and they have to manage the time wisely here.
Yeah, I think you want to manage the clock, Reese. Be smart with your timeout situation. Know where to...
Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 40. That's the 20. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Man, I love this offense being able to run the football. Late in the game. Matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
They'll line up to go for two. Back to throw, it's Waddle. Can't hit his man in the end zone. The two-point conversion fails, and it remains a 5-point game here in the fourth. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So here comes the Auburn offense. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to have to show off his poise, David. They practice these late-game situations, but how's this guy going to respond?
And I got a little bit of time to work with here, so I watch the defense, and if they're going to drop back and play real conservative like they tend to do late in the game, let's get a few shots over the middle first before we have to take that deep shot.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Brings it in down the left side. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game. They don't seem interested in inching the ball down the field. That big play sets them up. 1st and 10 from the 36. Wants to throw on 1st down. Here's a heat. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big... A shot toward the end zone. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today.
Aggressive versus reckless. It's such a fine line. When you're trailing and you need to make plays late in the game, the offense was reckless, turned the football over, and this one doesn't look great.
The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. They get